You'll see, it's quite different here. Have a look around. You're perfectly safe.
That's safe?
As long as it's fed. Do you know what a warlock is, Lewis?
A boy witch.
I think they're a little more than boy witches.
Are you saying that you're a warlock? Please teach me, please, please.
Okay, have it your way. I can give you the right books, teach you the right spells, but that last 1%, that's up to you.
I don't want the creepy little runt. Think I want him? Lucky shot.
You've told Lewis everything?
Well, not everything.
Do you hear them ticking? Ticking, ticking.
This house used to be owned by another warlock.
He's very wicked, very powerful.
He left a hidden clock in the walls. We don't know what it does, except something horrible.
Aloha. This is Trinidad, the Island Man, your Island Man, coming to you live once again from beautiful Hawaii here on the island of Oahu, bringing you, yes you, the best movie reviews on the entire island of Oahu. And yes, this is Trinidad, the Island Man, your Island Man. And last night, opening night, Thursday night, I went ahead and I saw The House with a Clock in Its Walls. And remember our rating scale, shock a thumbs up, it's good to see, I recommend it. Shock a thumbs down, it's bad to see, it's junk, I don't recommend it. And for The House with the Clock in Its Walls, it is a shock a thumbs up. Now this movie stars Cate Blanchett, Jack Black, and Owen Nakaro. And let me just say that he does... Oh, I'm sorry. Owen Vakaro. And let me just say that he does a wonderful job playing the orphan kid alongside, you know, Jack Black as his uncle and his uncle's friend, you know, Cate Blanchett. In what would be best described as a mix that if you were to take Harry Potter in a blender, along with Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events, mixed it together, I think you would have an approximate of this film. That being said, this is based on a novel from 1973 by John Bushnell, I believe. Bushell, I think. And it's amazing that I had not heard of this film before, or even the books. Now, this is based on a 12-book series. So I definitely think with a shock a thumbs up, it will definitely render a sequel, or at least it should. And I am fairly convinced that this could be the new franchise, the new Harry Potter kind of like series, because it very well captures, you know, the fascination that we had with the first, you know, Harry Potter movie, where a child who's orphaned, you know, has to adjust to a new living situation, in this case with his uncle, in a magical haunted house, you know, whose uncle is a warlock, whose friend is a powerful witch, and they have to fight against the forces of evil, the forces of darkness, evil magic in this case, and thus, you know, you have the gist of the story right there. Throw in Jack Black's fascinating comedy. I don't know if it had been written, if his character was actually written like this, having never seen the books before. But, you know, his zaniness, his eccentricities definitely come through in this movie and enhance it by that much more. And Cate Blanchett, straight off of Ocean's 8, you know, still channeling Helena from Thor Ragnarok, looking great, delivers her lines, She's definitely the straight person in this movie, the straight man to Jack Black's comedic, character. But who also has to, deal with some serious subjects as well, which is probably why he is such, a comedian during the movie, as he is trying desperately to protect his, his nephew from the evils within this house, trying to establish a bond with him and teach him magic. So yes, this was very much, it felt to me like, the very first Harry Potter, where it hit me in the heart. Whereas, you have a boy struggling to fit in, who hadn't really fit in anywhere else, but thanks to his newfound family and place and knowledge that he gains, he gets a foothold and takes control of his life. Like I say, this is a wonderful film, definitely capturing the elements of fright and darkness, along well balanced with the comedic and funny, humorous sides as well. This should definitely be a fantastic pre-Halloween movie, and should, easily win at the box office this month. Well, this week, anyways, for this weekend, because I don't think there's too much competition against it. A couple of artsy films that have come out, but this is the major Hollywood picture for the weekend, and it should easily win the box office, I feel, being number one, and very well could usher in many, many more of these sequels, which, with Jack Black and Cate Blanchett, you definitely can't go wrong. And again, this kid, as he grows up and becomes more established with his magic, as a young warlock himself, as we see at the end of this film, we could possibly, be in for a treat for many, many years with these characters. And I certainly hope that we do get to see it. The special effects are great in this. The use of the magic, and the valuable life lessons that they teach, not only Lewis, played by Owen, the young child in growing up, but also, the struggles of becoming a new parent, of finding your footing there, and how to deal with, not only a loss of your sister, but also in Jack Black's character's position, maybe being ostracized from the family itself, and now finding himself front and center with that family, having to represent and step up as a newfound father, and finding his footing as well. This movie does deal a lot with loss, and overcoming that loss, which is a key component to Cate Blanchett's character and Owen Vasco's performance in this, and the story. And, again, all of that with the comedic elements of Jack Black and the, the frighteningness of the story and the plot of what dark magic they have to face, and the consequences of that magic being, the end of the world, the end of civilization as we know it, is, much, much darker and much more prominent than maybe we had understood way back in Harry Potter's and the Sorcerer's Stone. We knew Voldemort was coming. We knew he was some bad guy, but we didn't know exactly until later on in the series that, just how bad he was. And even then, he just wanted to rule. He didn't want to destroy the entire world, I don't think. So, the large scope of this plot, its scope, its depth, will definitely push this movie through the weekend. Again, along with the fantastic comedy of Jack Black and how he is paired off with Cate Blanchett's playing the straight man in this, kind of she's the Abbott to his Lou Costello, I guess. You know, definitely. Well, I guess he's the Abbott to her Lou. More apt to say. But definitely, this is a movie that you know, is great for small kids, all the way up through teenagers, I think. You know, older teenagers might, you know, blow this movie off, but if you have children, you know, and you want to take your whole family to see this movie, this is the movie to go see this weekend. The House with the Clock in its Walls. Definite shock, a thumbs up. All right. You know, you can't miss with this movie. Go and check it out when you can. All right. Thank you so much, and aloha.